We are now in the final stages of the Nigeria game of the Blue Lock versus Nigeria, first game of the U20 World Cup, and I had an interesting theory about how I think Isagi is going to end up and how this game, and specifically this last goal that Isagi is most likely going to score, is going to set him on the path for his trajectory for his villain arc. Now, if you guys like this type of content, please remember to like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, of course, as we've seen in the recent chapter, Isagi has just stolen the ball after a long monologue about how his whole journey in football has went. He starts off by how he got into football, how he had that love, how his ego was eventually ignited like his original ego before it got buried by his high school and then reignited through Blue Lock. And basically, he himself realizes what his true ego really is, and it's his curiosity in himself to find more and better versions of himself, which keeps him pushing, which keeps him moving forward to find the best version of himself. So with this idea in mind, we do see in the eventual events of the chapter that Isagi is on the break right now. He just stole the ball from Munazi, and he's probably going to end the game in the next chapter or the chapter after that. But what I think this is actually going to do, I want to focus on the line where Isagi says, I want to find this new version of me. He says, I want to live on this battlefield to meet a new me. A new Isagi. Now, this line really pinched my brain because I was like, a new Isagi. What could he possibly mean by this? What does he mean by a new Isagi? Because obviously we already have the Isagi we know. But the way I think about it, I look through the beginning of Blue Lock and Isagi now. There's been a lot of transformation throughout Isagi. And I'm pretty sure anyone who's read Blue Lock has known this already. The character development he's gone through has been crazy. But I feel like in certain arcs, we have different Isagis. Like, you have NEL Isagi, who's just overly disrespectful and does the craziest shit he's done throughout the entire series. We have second selection Isagi after he lost to Ren, which is also like that. And I feel like Isagi has constantly been becoming new personalities, kind of not really personalities, but just become a more extreme version of a certain egotistical personality every single arc. And I feel like this arc is going to be the absolute apex of that evolution. At the end of the PXG game, when Bastard Munchen scored their final goal and Isagi won the NEL for Bastard Munchen, we got an entire panel for Isagi knee sliding, and his caption specifically says, Demon King. This description of Isagi has never been shown throughout the entirety of the manga up till that point, and it plays perfectly into Isagi finding new versions of himself. Whereas before, I guess people would call him the genius of adaptation, but now he has found an entirely new persona called the Demon King. I feel like this Demon King persona is very indicative to how Isagi has been acting throughout the entirety of the NEL. If you look at the NEL, it's really the most extreme Isagi where we've seen where he's actually the guy stopping Nagi and completely destroying their place. That's kind of like what a demon would do. You know, he destroys Nagi and Ryo's play. He destroys Rin's place. He destroys Baro's place countless times over. And so the thing with that is, I feel like Isagi is getting this Demon King persona from being the guy that completely destroys other players' plays and or ego, as he did with Ness. You know, Ness thought he was playing the pass to Kaiser. He completely destroyed Ness by moving exactly like Kaiser, so Ness was fooled. Bro, I really do feel like in this coming arc, Isagi will start to be able to throw away everything that he is to be able to destroy another person's ego and or persona. Now, if we look at a certain somebody, we know that the character with possibly the most parallels or second most parallels to Isagi is Kaiser. They are two sides of basically the same coin. You know, hinting that their journeys throughout the NEL, hinting that their journeys throughout the start of their careers. I feel like Kaiser and Isagi are some of the most similar playstyle type of players and just journey type of players throughout the entirety of Blue Lock. Now, where am I going with this? We all know that Kaiser, just like how I think Isagi is going to fall into this trap of gaining ego and getting stronger from destroying other people's ego and being the Demon King, basically destroying that, I feel like it's going to go down the same path as Kaiser, whereas back in the day when Kaiser was rising through the ranks as a Ninja 11, he gained power from the malice, destroying other people, you know what I'm saying? We literally seen Kaiser getting stronger and stronger from the more and more strikers he was able to destroy. Now, do I think Isagi is going to become as much of a dickhead as Kaiser was? I don't think so. I feel like Isagi will always stay Isagi at his core. But I feel like on the pitch, in the most intense moments, Isagi is going to start willing to do anything, and I mean absolutely anything, to be able to get the win. And here's my theory with what will happen in this Nigeria last play. I feel like Isagi is going to go to the end of the field. Obviously, he's going to get his chance to score, and either he will score by completely destroying Onazi will try and stop him, and in a final nail in the coffin, Isagi will completely destroy Onazi and or some other of his teammates who are trying to score, like maybe Rin, and he will score the final goal. Or he could be stopped, somebody could be stopped, you never know. Onazi could go on one final attack where Isagi would be the one to completely shut him down, destroy him, then go on the other side of the pitch and show him just how hopeless it is by absolutely devouring Nigeria and winning the game in the last minute. I think either of these possibilities are doable. I can see Onazi teleporting to his other side of the field like he's done a couple times in this game already. And I can see Isagi teleporting to his side of the field, then teleporting to the other side of the field and scoring on Onazi's head. I can see both of these things happening, but both of these things serve to push my main point of I think Isagi is going to start to look more for destroying people while he scores than just scoring. I feel like just scoring, that was Isagi's goal maybe an arc or two ago. Now, Isagi is going to get his goals primarily from destroying other people's egos, destroying them, being the demon king that he was always meant to be. He's going to be destroying everybody. Now, of course, this is just a theory, so I could be dead wrong or it can be on the mark right. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about this theory, though. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. And yeah, man, if you guys liked the video, please remember that like and subscribe. I'm almost at 8,000 subscribers. I really need your help. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, man, I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye-bye.